Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Most people in the rest of the world outside China have no idea what China is. It's bigger than what you think it is. And it's changing really quickly. Look around me here. This is just a small apartment complex that's been built over the last 18 months. You got it. Projects like this are a common occurrence here in mainland China. China has been building and building and building. This is just a small complex, apartment complex in the city of Nanning. 5 years ago, this place did not exist. This was farmland, people. So when you think that China is just a network of villages through a big country of rice farmers and fishermen, think again. The buildings are getting bigger, the complexes are getting larger, and they're being built a lot better with a lot better infrastructure than in the past. On the bottom level, the bottom 2 or 3 levels of all of these apartment complexes are shops, restaurants, gyms, grocery stores, all of the things that everybody needs to live in their own community. So not only are they just building apartments, they're building communities here in China. When I came to China in 2003, I was expecting the same thing. Villages, rice farmers, fishermen, stuff you see in the movies and on TV. You listen to your local news, you listen to your national news, and they're telling you the truth. And that's what I thought. Oh, and then I was educated once again by the Chinese people. I flew through, the first time I came into China, I flew through Hong Kong. I said, okay, Hong Kong's a big city. I knew that, you know, high rises and state-of-the-art everything. And then I went to Guangzhou in Guangdong province. And I thought, holy mackerel, this city's as big as Hong Kong or even bigger, maybe even more impressive. And then I flew into a little city, Nanning, Guangxi Autonomous Region, you betcha. Only 3.5 million people back then, so basically a small city as far as China goes. And they were building high-rise after high-rise after high-rise. People were driving Mercedes-Benzes and Maseratis. People were driving Lamborghinis down the street. Sure, there was a lot of Wulin vans. There was a lot of no-name cars, as you see. Even Wei Feng's friend was driving a Suzuki. Ew, I know how embarrassing that was. I rode in the back seat. It was not one of my brighter moments in this world. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of villages still in China. There are a lot of poor people still in China. There are a lot of rice farmers and there are a lot of fishermen. I'm not taking anything from them, as you know, any job in my world is a good job. You know, and most people that watch my channel have seen that I end up in rural China on a regular basis, and I show the village life. I show the poor people. We actually even have a charity that deals with poor children. But you have to understand, you see, that's just part of China. That's not the whole China. China is a diverse country and a large country. You know, it's the 3rd largest country in the world, right behind Canada. Yeah, Canada, we beat them out by I don't know how many square kilometers, but, or is it square miles? I don't know. But the idea that the rest of the world doesn't really understand what China is. And through videos from my channel, from Matt at Gweilo Nation's channel, Alex from Reportify Media, and Alex from Alex Absolute, the Barrett channel, you know, Blondie in China, and all of these channels out there that tell you the real China, walking around China, actually living in China, having kids like this come up to you and say, hello. Hello. How are you? You know what I mean? So the thing is that the people that are actually living in China, and see, her mom is okay with me talking to that child. I'm walking down the street with a beer in my hand, and see, it's a different world here. But I guess the moral of the story is that the rest of the world really doesn't know what China is. And through our channels, I think that you can learn a little bit more about how China is, what it is, how big, how literally big it is, and how fast it's growing. It's one of those things that I have never seen a country in my life, and I've been around the world more than once. I've never seen a country in my life grow as fast as China grows. I haven't seen the optimism of the Chinese people in any other country in the world. I haven't seen the innocence that I see in China anywhere else in the world. It's strange. It's a strange place to live for a foreigner, because as a foreigner I've been jaded. I've seen it all. I see the homeless people on the streets. I see the drug addicts. I see the crime and the news that just tells you the bad stuff, never the good stuff. You see, in China, sure, they'll tell you the bad stuff, but they'll also tell you the good stuff that goes on in the country and around the world. If something good happens in Canada, the United States, or Great Britain, or anywhere, even if they're the foe, as you guys say, they'll still report on it and say, well, look at what happened over here. So it's not just the bad, but it's the good. They have a different outlook on life. Tomorrow is going to be a better day than today. Next year is going to be better. Well, anything can be better in 2020. You know, we don't have to raise that bar too high to get over that one. 2021, we're just finished Chinese New Year. For all of you Chinese people out there that gave me shit for the Lunar New Year comments, but we just finished the Chinese New Year, and we're into the next year, and the optimism in China is at an all-time high. It's sort of nice to be here in a place like this where that's happening. And because it's like the second day after Chinese New Year, nobody's in the city. It's nice. Every once in a while you can unwind in the city of, well, not every once in a while, once a year, you can cruise around any city in China, and there's hardly anybody around. It's quiet. It's sort of nice for a change. I like the hustle and bustle, sure, but every once in a while it's nice to have just quiet, a dog barking in the background, little kids playing. But where is everybody? Yeah, they're in prison in Xinjiang province. No, oh God. Where is everybody? They're at home. See, most of the people actually do come from the countryside. Yes, those poor farmers are living in the city now. Go figure. They're living in these high rises. They're working in these businesses. They're not farmers, rice farmers anymore. They're not fishermen anymore. Their children are engineers. Their children are doctors. Their children are architects. Their children are professionals. Their children actually are plumbers and electricians and everything that you have in the West. And they live basically the same as you do. The only difference between you and them is their country is growing at leaps and bounds. They don't have tent cities. They don't have a big drug problem here, because, as everybody knows, anything in China and Southeast Asia, if you get caught with drugs in your pocket, you are in big shit. And that's the way it is. So maybe the rules and regulations that they have here designate what the country becomes, how fast you can build things, how it can make tomorrow a better place. And I'm seeing that here. I've been here about 18 years, and in that 18 years, China has turned from one country into another. I can't say that about Canada, because I go back to my hometown in Canada, and it's exactly the same as it was 18 years ago. I don't think they've built anything except for a couple of houses there. There's less business. There's the same number of high-rises. In China, when they build high-rises, they don't build one. They build groups of them. They build communities. And as they do that, they're housing more and more people. More and more people can move into the city. They urbanize their population faster that way, bringing up the standard of living, making more jobs, all of that. Construction workers, just think the number of construction workers it takes to build just one complex like this. And there's thousands of these things being built in this area of China. And around China, tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of complexes like this. They have to house 1.4 billion people, and they're doing it. So in the mainstream media in your country, or your politicians, or your friends, family, whatever, tells you that China is a country, a communist country of villages and poor people, and it's not a nice place, point them towards my channel. Point them towards Matt at Gweillo's channel, Gweilo Nation's channel, Alex from Reportify Media, or Alex Absolute. Point them towards Blondie in China. You know, point them towards Nico or Mexicanos in China. You know, because these are the people that actually understand what China is, because you know what? They're living the dream, guys, and as I am too. Anyway, if you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to resubscribe. Don't forget to buy Gweilo beer for sure, because this one's just about empty. Sorry, I've changed to Budweiser today. Why? I have no idea. It's just what I do. But oh, and never forget, put a couple bucks in your children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. Thanks for watching. Bye now.